Oh, it's you, Professor. Since you are here, I have a favor to ask. Your Highness, you've returned.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Dedue. I'm glad you're here as well, Professor. I want you both to hear this. Dedue is already aware, but you should know there's been an uprising in the Duscur region, in the western part of the kingdom. Dedue, would you like me to explain?
No, it should be me. I am from Duscur. It lies just beyond the mountains on the northwestern border of Fargus. But the people of Duscur no longer live there. The land was burned to ashes by the army of Fargus. All of the people were slaughtered. This was our punishment for the crime of regicide. The barren expanse that was once Duscur is now controlled by a kingdom noble. But Duscur survivors, such as myself, still exist outside the region. This uprising is most likely the work of such survivors, seeking to reclaim their homeland.
A request for aid was sent from Viscount Clayman to the kingdom capital and the church. He is the one who rules over that region at present. For now, the lords surrounding the Duscur region have sent their armies to help suppress the uprising. However... they have sufficient troops, and strong ones at that. My worry is that there will be more unwarranted death. There have always been many in the kingdom's army who believe the people of Duscur are foes and hate them because of it. You would think they'd refrain from squashing the rebels out of political expediency, but I doubt that will be the case. If the kingdom's army and the rebel forces of Duscur collide, there is no doubt that the rebel forces will be annihilated. I'm afraid that's the best-case scenario. It could also turn into complete and bloody chaos for both sides.
Indeed.
Which brings me to my news. I have just now received the permission I requested from the church. I asked the church to deploy our class to help handle the situation.
So we may go?
Not so fast. We still have a responsibility as students of the Academy, after all. The only one who can truly make the decision as to whether or not we go is our professor. So, what do you say?
You have my most sincere gratitude.
And mine as well. But we must move fast. I will go and alert the others.
The kingdom's vanguard has already arrived. Just as we'd feared, they far outclassed the Duscur forces. We cannot stand by and allow another massacre. But we cannot obstruct the Fargus army either. Our best hope is to force the troops of Duscur to withdraw before the kingdom soldiers get to them.
The main body of the kingdom's army is bound to arrive soon. Until then, let's aim to quell this uprising ourselves. Once the main force arrives, we will be out of options. We must move fast. It seems the church and the kingdom troops are not working together. My head hurts just thinking about it, but we may be able to use that. First, let's push Duscur to retreat. The kingdom might then also withdraw without a fight.
Let us be quick about it.
I'll give it my all.
I give my all for our goal. You will die here.
Our grudge will not be settled until all of you are dead and buried!
Be gone.
Whoops. Oh well.
Go now, if you value your life.
But aren't you with Fargus? In any case, thank you.
Saw that coming. Over already.
You can still get out of here. Run.
Split up between the east and the west, and advance. That'll put the squeeze on those Duscur animals in a hurry.
They are moving out. Time is of the essence now.
I won't allow it. If only you dastards weren't here. I'll have your life for atonement, Kingslayer!
Heretics, what is it you think we have done?
Filthy Duscur demons!
You never had a chance. You're not going to kill us? Well, I won't wait to find out. I'm leaving.
Safely away.
Revenge for my brothers, even at the cost of death.
You are a man of Duscur. How can you make friends with our hated foes? Is it possible that you've lost your Duscur spirit?
Are you finished?
Weak.
Stay focused. We must all do our part.
Is this how our dream ends?
I will check the status of the Kingdom's troops. Dedue, I leave the Duscur army to you.
Yes, Your Highness. Please be careful.
Why save us?
I will not abide the needless death of my own people.
You must know that as long as there is breath in me, I will fight.
Then fight, and be defeated. But so long as you pose no threat to His Highness, I will not end your life.
Idealistic fool. We will not relent. Not until we've taken back the homeland you monsters stole from us.
I share the same sentiment.
You, who sold his soul to Fargus.
His Highness has promised the people of Duscur a home. His will be a kingdom that is proud to harbor the blood of both Fargus and Duscur.
That's impossible. Don't be naive.
Believe what you will. But Fargus will change under his reign. That is my firm belief.
The Kingdom army has retreated to the fortress. There should be no further danger.
Prince of Fargus! You monster!
Can you still run? Then I suggest you do so now. Your people are waiting for you on the other side. Remain hidden from the Kingdom army.
May our paths cross again.
I certainly hope not. But remember this one thing. The people of Duscur never forget their grudges. Nor do they fail to honor favors.
Thank you, Your Highness, for accommodating my selfish request.
Think nothing of it. This was something I wished for as well. If you must give thanks, direct it at the church for allowing us to join the battle, and to our professor for leading the charge. It's about time we headed back. The professor and the others are waiting.
I am right behind you.
He's always with that man from Duscur. How strange.
I'll bet he used some dirty tricks to gain his favor. That's how those scoundrels from Duscur operate.
What a pleasant conversation you seem to be having. May I join? Please, continue.
Oh, Your Highness! I was just...
I said continue.
I'm sorry, Your Highness!
Such foolishness runs rampant. I fear it is the reality of Fargus for now.
It must appear strange to them, to see me always in your company.
Does it bother you, Dedue?
Of course not. However...
Let me guess. You take exception to the gossip that you use dirty tricks to obtain your position. Is that it?
That does perturb me, but not for my own sake. I am concerned about your Highness's reputation.
We're not talking about my feelings, but yours. As far as I'm concerned, those fools can talk nonsense until their tongues fall out.
I am afraid I cannot agree. But if you were not concerned for your honor in this instance, then why did you intervene?
Because it is my duty to do so. The day my father was killed, I saw the swine who did it. They were not of Duscur. I saw that, knew it beyond a doubt, and yet I was unable to prevent the massacre that followed. Nor could I clear away the dishonor of regicide that has unjustly clung to you and your people. I will not rest until I make up for that. I owe you, just as I owe the spirits of those I let die.
I do consider Fargus to be abhorrent, but you are an exception. You offered me your hand, and pulled me out from an abyss of suffering and death. You risked your life to save a foreigner you had never met. The moment you extended your hand, I decided that only for your sake would I live the remainder of my life, and I would cast it aside in an instant if my death were to your benefit. For that reason, I cannot consider myself your friend. There are still many in the kingdom who despise the people of Duscur. It would be selfish of me to stand by your side as an equal.
Dedue.
Your Highness?
Do you really believe I care one bit about the chatter of the ignorant?
Of course not. Please forgive my impudence.
I understand the intention of your words. Still, they grieve me. If you wish it so, you may continue to think of yourself as my vassal. I clearly cannot stop you. We need not be anything more or anything less. If that is what you wish to do, so be it.
Your Highness.
Mercedes, you look divine as always. Are you off to pray?
Oh, hello, Sylvain. I was just on my way to pray. How did you guess?
Well, because I've been watching your lovely...
Oh, I get it. You're the type who's always looking at girls, aren't you?
I won't lie, I do enjoy beholding women, but I don't mean it like that with you. I know I sound like a dope. I think you're special.
Oh, really? You think I'm so clumsy that I need someone to watch over me. Is that why you can't take your eyes off me?
You're beautiful, and I mean that. You're... how can I put it without sounding even worse? Okay, here goes. I want to get to know you better. As friends, I mean.
I don't know where to begin.
Well, what's something you like?
I like to pray. I've been praying regularly since I was a child.
You grew up in the Empire, didn't you?
That's right. I was raised in House Bartels.
Bartels? I thought you were born to House Martreats.
It's a complicated story. I'm not sure that it's a very interesting one, but I'm happy to share it with you.
I don't mean to be nosy, if it's too personal.
Oh no, I don't mind. I wasn't trying to hide anything from you. House Martreats fell shortly before I was born.
Oh.
My father passed away while my mother was still pregnant with me, so she had nowhere to go. After I was born, my mother ended up marrying the head of House Bartels. Shortly after, my mother bore a true Bartel's child who bore a crest. She and I were treated as though we were no longer useful to the family after that.
You think the Bartels were just using her to secure a crest?
They must have been. My mother and I were removed from the family and forced to flee to a church in the kingdom. I abandoned the Bartel's name and took up our old family name again.
So you grew up in a church. Okay, it makes more sense now why you're praying all the time.
Yes, praying! I forgot that I was on my way to pray.
Right, and I interrupted you. Well, see you around, Mercedes.
Yes, see you!
House Bartels wanted a crest, and ruined other people's lives to get one. These idiots are all the same.
Nightfall already? Suppose I'd better wrap up.
Good work with your training today, Ingrid. Here's something to wipe up the sweat.
Whoa, Mercedes. Hi. Hello. How long have you been... Thank you.
You're very welcome. I've been here since you started.
Not long. Huh. Well, my apologies for not having noticed you. I get so caught up in training, you know. But why are you here? I can't imagine it was too terribly interesting watching me.
I disagree. I just couldn't help but admire your training technique. I have to say, you were very impressive. I'm nowhere near as graceful as you.
Graceful? I wouldn't say that, but thank you. If I'm to be honest, I'm the one who admires you.
Goodness, me? How so?
You're always so put together. You hold yourself with such poise and have such a keen eye for fashion. I mean, even the handkerchief you handed me smells like... lavender, is it? It's just lovely.
That perfume is a favorite of mine. I'm so glad you like it.
Even the fact that you thought to put perfume on your handkerchief is delightfully foreign to me. I'd never have thought of that.
I'll gladly share some with you. You're welcome to come visit my room whenever you'd like. We can have tea and chat. How does that sound?
That sounds really nice. Yes. Sipping tea and having a chat. It's unlike me, but it sounds lovely.
From now on, we'll meet up whenever we have time. We can go right now if you're free.
Oh, no need to trouble yourself and rearrange things for me.
It's no trouble at all. You'll never know if you're the type who enjoys chatting over tea if you never try.
All right then.